we're going to be doing a Medevac evacuation for somebody. I know I've never actually, not actually flown this jet before. Oh my God, let me just have a look outside. Wow, this looks nice. We're going to taxi out. We're going to not actually flown this one before, so this would be quite an interesting video. So I'm obviously, I say obviously, I'm in the Pimax Crystal Super, and it's looking really, really nice. And okay, so I want I'm just gonna set my flaps to a little bit. Okay, they're coming out just a little bit there. I haven't got a clue how to set my altitudes. I do sometimes find that this little button here, trying to select the altitude, trying to get it to flick around the other ways that you can because I want it to go the other way, and it's very difficult to do that for some reason. Oh, there we go. It's just getting the mouse just in the right position. I've just lost my screen over there. I don't know why. What have I clicked? I'm not sure why I'm not seeing this display operational, but we're going to just wing it because we're just going to bring up the engines. That's why, because I had limited power. That's why we are. Okay, we've got starting engines 1 and 2 now. Here we go. They're starting to come up. I had limited power. That's why there was an issue there. Got N2 coming up. We're just going to let them come up, and we'll worry about the autopilot and stuff when we get up. But it's looking really nice, and there we go. I think we're good. We can start to taxi out. So a little bit of throttle just to get us moving. So I'm working towards my my jet certification at the moment on the big airlines, and that's been a lot of fun. And these particular missions, the credits, the in-game kind of credits you get is 47,000 for this particular run. It's a 1.5 hour flight, but obviously I'm not going to record everything, so we're gonna get up, we'll get stabilized. I think the normal altitude's around about 25,000, but we'll see what ATC, because this is an IFR flight. So that's a little bit of a long taxi. Oh, it's not too bad actually. It's not too bad at all. I kind of use the Pimax Crystal Super with the micro OLED pretty much all the time now. I very rarely use the flat screen, to be honest, because it is so good, and the level of detail that we see looking out through while in VR is just absolutely amazing. And the clouds look, they look really good as well. Everything just looks absolutely crystal clear. I mean, you guys probably don't really appreciate. Just test my brakes to make sure they're good. I think they're good. I don't quite know what this flight is going to be like. Certainly landing as well is going to be interesting. I do tend to fly the Vision jet a lot, but what I love about these particular missions is you just get to fly so many different types of aircraft, and it's somewhat a surprise really. So to see what you're going to get. One thing I'm not very good at is the tail dragging planes. I've not quite kind of mastered that really. So we're just going to wait for clearance and see where we're going to head right, I assume, and take straight out. So this is an IFR flight straight out.
India Foxtrot Tango November November QNH 1018 cleared for takeoff runway 05.
So we're just going to acknowledge that.
Clear for takeoff runway 05.
Runway 05.
Everything is ready from our side. You can proceed with takeoff. Patient's acute heart attack has been stabilized, but there's also painful chest, which makes us suspect possible worsening of the condition.
So we've got a patient on board who's suspected of heart attack, and we're kind of basically they're in the back there doing their thing while we're going to be taking off. Let's get rolling. Thrust is set. Just trying to keep it kind of nicely on the center line as best I can. Use up quite a bit of the runway. And slowly I'm gonna raise the gear, and we're heading up to 800 feet. And we're going to be heading up to
124.925. For latest Tango, November. Launch center, latest India Foxtrot.
So our flaps are good.
Is at 2,400 climbing flight level 370. Latest India Foxtrot Tango November. Launch center, QNH 1018. Radar contact continue.
Just going to raise my seating level just up a touch so we can see outside a bit better. So we're going to be heading up to 37,000 today. So that's quite a nice. I mean, look at this. It just looks so good. So we got the mountains in front of us. There's a few clouds, nothing crazy. And this is a very easy, we're going to have a quick look outside. That looks absolutely glorious out there. And I'm just going to pull up as we're inclining up. We're going to pop that map over here. Oh, I haven't enabled the autopilot yet, so I'm still hand flying this up to and we'll see if we can mess around with the autopilot in due course. But look at these, look at this. I'll stick my head out the window. It looks absolutely wonderful. I'm just going to dial back the speed just a little bit. So around 4,800 feet per minute, and it's a good rate of knots. So once we get to the cruise, it should be a pretty good speed. Got a map there just telling us where we're heading. But yeah, it's just every time I, fly this and use, it's just when I'm in VR, it just feels absolutely great. I just want to look at everything. It really is quite spectacular. So our first kind of waypoint is 118 nautical miles. That taxi light can come off. It's quite an easy plane to fly, to be honest. I tend to find that the bigger they are, the easier they are to fly, to be honest. And the clouds look super nice. They don't look pixelated at all. They just look really clear. And it's only, you only realise just how bad, I mean, the Quest 3 isn't a bad headset, but when you've used the Pimax for X amount of months or whatever, and then you go back to the Microsoft the Meta Quest 3, you realise just how bad it actually is. And I mean, this has been my choice of headset, really, pretty much. Just going to dial back that speed a little bit. We don't need. Still climbing at a good rate, so that's good. I mean, this is certainly a great way to spend my retirement, just chilling out in a flight deck of an aeroplane. I'd love to do this in real life, obviously, but but the lovely thing about this Microsoft Flight Sim is that you get to fly all different types of different aeroplanes. I think I just need to change frequencies. So they so we've changed to 124.4 now, so that's good. We're still climbing. So once we get to our cruise altitude and we are stabilized, we'll enable the autopilot and see if we can keep it towards on track. It's reasonably straightforward flight out, straight cross country. So we're just approaching 29. It's looking really nice out there. Let's have another look outside, shall we? Oh, it's very loud. Just going to bring her up just a little bit more, just see if we can get up a bit quicker. and we'll have a little look around the inside of the plane to see what they're doing back there with our patient. Not too much to go. Just looks, it's so chilled out. I could just have one of the guys bring me a sandwich now to, you know, or a coffee. I'm missing a coffee. There's a cup holder just down here, but there's no coffee cup, so I'm gonna have to go and make a coffee myself. Okay, I'm going to start slowly reducing my climb. A little bit further, because once we get to 37 the guys at the back will start doing their helping the patient and whatnot once we're at our cruise altitude, which is pretty close now. Here we go, just start bringing it back. Go at 37,000.
We're at cruise altitude now. I'll go back there.
So I've enabled the autopilot. Aircraft is stabilized. And while it's in that stable position, we're going to have a little look. I'm going to see if I can just come over here, and I'm going to go back a bit on using my joystick, and we'll have a look. Oh, what's in there? Oh, it's just the steps. Oh, there's a wash basin, which is quite nice, and some storage. Oh, hello. Oh.
Medical condition critical. Requesting landing to Lima, India, Papa Zulu. Altitude is flight level tree 70.
Oh, sweet. Oh, crap.
Tango, November.
Oh, okay. Shit. So we're going to have to divert. So that's interesting. So we're going to have to figure out. Let's just get back here. Let's just see where we're going. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Okay. So we're gonna change course. So we're gonna take a left turn.
The latest Tango, November, November. You're 700 below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70.
They're whinging at my altitude's a little bit low, so I'm just gonna pop it up a bit.
The latest Tango, November, November. Acknowledge last transmission. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70. The latest Tango, November, November.
Let's begin studying the captain of our mission.
Oh my god. Okay. I wasn't expecting come on, get down. It's very difficult to hand fly this. And now a little bit over. Not much, but and I'm trying not to bank the aircraft too much so we don't cause trouble back there. Okay. Okay. And try not to overspeed as well. Okay, let's check out the map. It's looking good. So and then we're gonna just follow the ATC's instructions and see where we end up. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on back there, but I think they need to get her in quite quickly. So hence the emergency. So hopefully we'll have a good landing. Just going to slightly shift over a little bit. Let's see if I can get my altitude 32. Okay, 37. I'm going to say, and just keep it at 37. I'm just going to follow these waypoints and just see where we end up, basically, because I've got no map on my screen now. I mean, not that I have any idea how to use any of this stuff. To be honest, I'm just winging it. And if I can adjust my track somewhat, heading, see this one I can't, it's very difficult to adjust. So I'm just kind of like manually correcting really every time, because I haven't got a clue how to use some of this stuff. But it's okay, you don't need to be an expert. There we go.
ILS Zulu runway 04, right approach via Ocado transition. Clear to Ocado.
Okay, I'm going to acknowledge that one.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS Zulu runway 04, right approach via Ocado transition. Clear to Ocado. The latest Tango, November. The latest Tango, November. Contact Milan Center on 124.925. Good day.
Okay.
Going to 124.925. The latest Tango, November.
Okay.
Milan Center, the latest India Foxtrot, Tango, November. Flight level tree 70.
Oh, please come back. It's fine.
Tango, November. Milan Center. Radar contact. Continue to Ocado.
Okay, so we've got our next waypoint, 78 kilometers away. That's cool. So we've got our okay, I'm going to shift slightly. This is lovely. Absolutely fabulous. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to just get myself lined up. With this waypoint, because I appreciate it's quite a long video. So what I'm going to do is just set the autopilot here, and I shall join you again shortly when we're a little bit closer to the airport. This does look really good for our chaotic landing, no doubt. So I shall see you shortly. Okay, so I've been asked to descend and maintain 5,000, so we're heading back down to there. I just dropped my speed. I mean my engines. So we don't overspeed. And we're going to head down to 5,000. So we can go a little bit steeper to get down.
Tango, November. Descend and maintain 7,500.
And now it's 7,500. Okay.
Maintain 7,500. Pilatus Tango, November.
Fly to PZ704. Where the hell is that? 703, 702. I think it will come up on the map. Oh, okay. I think it will, once we get down to that altitude, I can just see on the map there where we need to go. Okay. I just need to go slightly left. 2,800. And then it's kind of a right turn. It takes a while to get down. I can take off my altitude hold button. I think I'm following this map here, so I'm just needing to go a little bit to the left. I'm still falling down. Try and get down, and hopefully we'll get some markers in a minute. Yeah, I was flying the other night, and it turned into a bit of the sun went down. I ended up kind of coming in, and all the maps kind of disappeared. I was kind of flying blind, trying to figure out where the hell to put this thing down, and that was kind of an interesting one. And certainly flying at night is absolutely brilliant, but when you're obviously trying to do missions and whatnot, PZ704 2704. Oh, Z704. PZ704. Okay, so we're going to do, in a minute, we're going to do a bit of a turn to the right. So we're still descending, and you can see the waypoints. You can see they're a little bit lower. They're down there. You can see they're not so high. So it kind of gives you an indication of where you need to get, but obviously we need to get down a little bit lower while trying to not overspeed. So I've reduced my engine thrust down to 30%, just I can increase the pitch just a little bit more, I think. And we're just following this track on the map there. I've not landed this aircraft before, so I don't know kind of how this is going to go. So we're not going to be too long, maybe 10 minutes, and we'll be on the ground. So we're going to give it a go. What could go wrong? And then we're going to slightly turn to the right. We're still obviously coming down. Speed's good. And we're trying not to bank too hard, because obviously we will get told off for that by the guys behind us. So we tried to make the flight as easy as possible for the people on board. And I think the runway is just over there somewhere, but we need to get down. I'm just going to turn a little bit more.
November. Contact Venice Tower on 120.2 when inbound on the approach.
120.2. Just hit the button.
Tower on 120.2. Pilatus Tango November.
And then contact. Okay, so we've got our next waypoint.
Pilatus India Foxtrot Tango November. 16 miles south. Inbound ILS Zulu runway 04 right approach.
So I'm.
India Foxtrot Tango November. Venice Tower.
We're cleared for ILS,
1018.
even though
Zulu runway 04 right approach.
we're not flying ILS, because I wouldn't have a clue how to do it. I'd have to, learn that one, but it's okay. I do like to fly. Look at this. Look at the colours. I don't know if you can really appreciate just how nice this looks. Absolutely glorious out there. So we're still at 9,000, still coming down. But it just, I mean, this is close. I still remember the days of the ZX Spectrum back in the 80s and playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it was, you know, obviously back then it was brilliant, but okay, we're starting to. Okay, they haven't told me to go any lower, so I'm going to level out here. A little bit too low, but that's fine. We'll just stabilize off there. Okay. And it's another right turn. I don't want to go too low because they'll tell me off. Just going to bring the engines just up a little bit more, just so we keep our speed good. I mean, visually, this is so interesting. All this, oh, I think I can see the runway from here. So I'm assuming, because nothing has come up yet, that this is the runway right in front of you. Looking at the map, I would say it is. So we're at 4,800. Oh my god, my speed is so high still. Why hasn't anybody called me yet to tell me to do anything? Let's have a look. Okay. There it is. You can see the runway just in front of us there. Okay. Was it left or right? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was right. The trouble is, okay, what's the speeds to reduce the landing gear? Oh dear, I really need to do that, like, quite soon. 3.6.
Latest Tango November. Wind 156 at 5.
Okay.
Clear to land runway 04 right.
04 right, okay, it's fine.
Clear to land runway
Okay,
04
a
right.
speed,
The latest
okay.
Tango, November.
I'm just going to bring it down a little bit more, because we're a little bit high, I think.
Patient is prepped for landing. Let's try to
Okay,
touch
we're
down
not
as
prepped for
smoothly as
landing
possible
just
with
yet,
altitude.
so...
The flight has really weakened her.
We'll be landing soon, Nicoletta. Time to buckle up.
I still haven't extended my gears yet. I'm quite quick still. That's a bit unnerving. Oh dear, this is not going to end well. It's quite a long runway though. Yeah, I know. Sync rate. Okay, I'm not happy with my speed.
Overspeed.
Yeah.
Overspeed.
Terrain ahead. 500 up.
Oh dear, this is not going to be good.
Up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Let's just try and make this
Terrain
work.
ahead. Pull up. 100. 500. 100.
We're going to try and bleed off a bit of speed. That's better. And just float down. Okay, we're on the ground. Brakes. It says reduce speed. I'm trying to reduce speed. Okay.
Landing was a little rough, Vanessa, but you'll be at the hospital in no time. The landing wasn't as smooth as we would have liked, Vanessa.
Oh, they're whinging because
But we're
the
here.
Latest Tango November.
the
Turn
landing
left
wasn't
taxiway.
that smooth. They're so fussy. Okay, but we're in. You know, it was a little bit of a crosswind, not much to be honest. I didn't really feel it. obviously, because I'm sat in a chair inside a house, isn't a real plane, but sometimes I think it is. Okay.
Latest Tango, November. Turn next taxiway.
That sounds
Latest
just...
Tango, November. Contact
Okay.
ground on
Jesus.
121.705.
Sometimes I really wonder how these pilots, real pilots, do this. It's so much work.
Latest Tango, November.
Why is that there? Oh, it's all the way up there. Oh my god. So we're gonna creep up. Let's have a look. Let's look outside. This looks very nicely modelled, this plane. It looks really lovely and smooth, the edges and the colours. Just gonna get back on the centre line a little bit. And yeah, we've got the nice sunset going on. Because what I want to do is try to do a couple of these missions to do my jet kind of certification, so I can do, you know, proper kind of flights from different airports in a bigger jets and whatnot, and that no doubt will be quite good. But I think the certification cost of it is 100,000 credits, or so. I need to do a couple of these just to get my credits up so I can do that. So it'd be interesting just to see what my score is on this particular run. But if you haven't tried any night flights within Microsoft Flight Sim, I mean, it's certainly worth a good go, and certainly doing ILS stuff as well. That's really quite good fun. Certainly in the A320, when you're passing through the clouds and through the fog, thinking, where on earth is this runway? It's quite unnerving. Okay, so I'm just going to hold short here. Let's wait for this marker to... There we go, and it will tell us where we need to park.
Venice ground, Pilatus India Foxtrot, Tango November. Taxi to parking.
Oh my god, wait for clearance. Wait for clearance.
Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Kilo Mike.
Okay, acknowledge
Taxi
there.
to general aviation parking using taxiway Kilo Mike. Pilatus Tango, November.
I do sometimes wonder if I could have been a pilot in real life, and maybe if I was living in, I don't know, if I was in my 20s, or probably. It could have been quite fun, because obviously back then I was a little bit sharper. It's a little bit sharper. Not now, obviously. I'm way too old, but I'm so glad and feel very lucky to be able to do this with a VR headset, and the realism is just, I don't know, it's just staggering. It really is staggering. Look at the planes over there. And I think, I don't think I could, when you're a real pilot, you kind of, unless you've got pots of money, you're kind of stuck on one plane, really. I'd literally would be upgrading every few years, I think. Right, I want another one, want a faster one, want a bigger one, whatever. But if I won the lottery, I'd probably have a whole fleet of aircrafts. I can't taxi too quickly because they'll wrap you for exceeding the speed limit on a taxiway. So I'm just kind of like pottering up, really, just enjoying the sunset. To be honest, it's pretty quiet. There's not a lot of things going on around here. It's pretty empty. And is there anybody out to greet us, I wonder? Like, sometimes you get these people waving you in, sometimes not. It just depends, I guess. Just apply a little bit of brake just to slow us up for this turn. There we go. Oh, there's nobody here to greet us. It's so rude. And then just get in here, apply the... Oh, landing was a bit rough, they say. I'm going to shut down. And then we're going to see what our scores were. Probably, it's always, even though I think the landing's good, they say it's crap. It's really quite unfair. This nice little aeroplane out there. And then just waiting for the engines to die off. Here we go. Let's just see what we've got. Let's see how much money we've made. Okay, so, well, it was a success, which is good. So, yeah, there we go. Medevac Mission. Let's see what it tells us. Oh my word. Okay. Was that a C? Oh my god, look at that landing smooth. I thought it was okay. But look at that, 32%. Oh my god. And I missed an ATC transmission. That's probably when I was outside having a cigarette. Okay, so there we are. Oh, look at this though, look, 46, that's not bad. Oh god, oh that god. Oh, I've snuck reputation. I took a ding for that, look. Oh my word. Okay, that's fine. So there we go. So I've got 104, look, 104 now. So what I'm hopefully going to be doing next at some point, if I go over to here, is this one, the Jet Airline Transport Pilot Rating. That should be quite good. So, and when I've done all these, I'm going to head over and do some stuff on the helicopter side as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. As ever, I shall see you in the next one. Have fun. Bye for now.